Detroit Lion fans. I'm Barry Schumer coming to you on July 25th, 2026 from San Antonio, Florida. And I am excited today. I am geeked up, and you know why, don't you? Because today is the first day of training camp for our rookies. They're reporting as I speak right now, meeting the coaches, starting workouts and planning. I'm wearing my practice shirt here today because there's going to be lots of sweating, lots of runnings, maybe some hitting. And then our veterans are going to be coming to Allen Park, Michigan for training camp Tuesday in 3 days. So what an exciting day for Lions fans. I know Jinxie over here is very excited. Yes, he is, because he's going to be participating as well. So let the season begin, basically. I know this is just practice and camp and that kind of thing, but it means we're getting darn close to our first exhibition game, August 13th at Cincinnati. And that brings us even closer to opening day, September 13th, at home against the New Orleans Saints. So today I'm going to go over a couple more tortured moments for you. But before we do that, I'm going to start with story time with Jinxie. And you've heard me talk about story time with Jinxie. I'm going to bring him off the shelf right now. And Jinxie, how are you doing today? You're excited about training camp starting, right? Absolutely. We're all excited because this means we're getting close to opening day. So Jinxie, I want to tell you a couple stories today. And you know, story time with you is about talking about the long-suffering Lion fans and what we've had to go through with your team. Your team has caused us a lot of heartache, a lot of depressed Sundays, right? And this is just part of the Lion folklore. Even though we're excited about where Dan Campbell's got the team and where we're going over the next few years, Lion fans, we're not going to forget what we just been through for 69 years, are we, Jinxie? No, we're not going to forget it. Okay. So look, here's the story time for today, Jinxie. I want to tell you that on November 9th, 2003, the Lions beat the Bears 12-10. That was a long time ago. It was 23 years ago. Detroit rushes for only 12 yards in that game. Isn't that amazing, Jinxie? 12 yards rushing, and here's the most amazing thing. 9 of those 12 yards rushing were by Swinton, our wide receiver, on an end around. So our rushing back only had a total of 3 yards for the game. Stunning, and the more stunning thing is, how did we win the game 12-10? Obviously, there must have been turnovers involved. I don't have the stats on that, but that is part of what we've seen over the years. But that one went in our favor, thank goodness, because a lot of them, you know, did not go in our favor, right, Jinxie? Absolutely, it did not go in our favor. So that was one that came out on the Lions' end. Another one I wanted to mention in November of 2003, that same year, I'm looking at the Lions' PR, what they write about the season summary, and it happened to say for that season summary that the Lions were 4-8 at that point, and it said in the summary on the Lions website, Detroit has surpassed their win total each of the past 2 seasons. Isn't that sort of pathetic? Isn't that pathetic? Very sad, wasn't it? That they were excited that our 4 wins were more than the wins we had the previous year. I can't imagine what it was like back in the old days, the old torturous, painful days, for the PR director and that staff to try to spin anything positive out of what was going on. 2003, I mean, so we're already talking about 4 years after Barry Sanders left, our favorite Lion of all time. You know, I was thinking about it, Jinxie, and I realized that 50% of my joy and the joy of Lion fans since the 1960s, 50% of our joy watching Lion football has been Barry Sanders. One person. Yes, we've had Calvin Johnson, Herman Moore, Matt Stafford, Charlie Sanders, Mel Farr, Lem Barney, Chris Spielman. We've had a lot of great players. But most of our pleasure, a lot of it, has come from watching Barry Sanders over the year. And you're gonna start enjoying, fans, my video clips introducing this podcast, and you're gonna get to see some of the great Barry Sanders runs that we've had. So Jinxie, those are the two stories from long ago. You are pretty excited about training camp today. I know you're going to be sweating, you're going to be working, you're going to be pumping iron. Are you ready, Jinxie? Are you ready for that? Absolutely. You say hi to the boys, the rookies today, and then you'll get the vets in on Tuesday, and we're going to see what happens the few weeks in training camp. The fans are looking forward to it. I know I'm totally pumped up. Again, you see my workout shirt here. My body, I'm 70 years old. I don't quite look like the Lion players, do I, Jinxie? No, I don't. Those are 20 and 25-year-olds. They look a little different than me. Okay, Jinxie, good luck with training camp. Okay, so here are my 3 tortured moments for today's show. Number 3, going backwards. December 21st, 2003. The Lions record their 24th straight road loss. The Lions had 8 first downs and a total of 106 yards of offense, and that's why they lost. But I believe that we have that record, the longest record in the history of the NFL, for 24 games in a row lost on the road. That could last the rest of my life for sure, if I live another 30 or 40 years. The next one, number 2 for today, September 25th, 1977. We lose to the New Orleans Saints 23-19. And here's the kicker in the game. The Lions had 429 yards of offense, and the Saints had 92 yards. How do you lose a game when you gain your opponent 4-1? Must have been turnovers involved. That's the only explanation of that. But that's a good example of some of the games we watched that were torturous. Our offense was doing well, over 400 yards offense. We must have had several turnovers. And we lose a game to a team that our defense held to 92 yards. That's incredible. And my last one for today is September 9th, 1977. This is a classic torture game against a team that tortured us more than most in the history of the franchise, the Washington Redskins at the time. They're now called the Washington Commanders because we know of the how political correctness has leaked into the NFL and all of society. Anyway, the Lions rally from a fourth quarter deficit. They're down 21 points in the fourth quarter, and they come back with 3 touchdowns to tie the game, 24-24. The Redskin kicker comes out to kick a 46-yard field goal with 8 seconds left to win the game. The field goal, he misses it. It's wide. He missed it wide right, wide left, somewhere. So we're excited. This is going to go into overtime. What happened? Penalty flag on the play. The Lions are flagged for having 12 men on the field. New kick, 5 yards closer. The kick is good. Game is over. This is what we've gone through as tortured fans. I mean, on one hand, we're extremely excited that they just scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to tie the game. And then a few minutes later, they make a bonehead play, something to do with the coaches and the players not communicating well on special teams. 12 men on the field, penalty, re-kick, game's over. So within 20 minutes, you went from being sky high to just being depressed, angry, frustrated, and having your heart torn out. This is why some Lion fans have PTSD. Anyway, fans, you can hear the enthusiasm in my voice for opening day of training camp.